Good evening, everybody.
God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Sunday Kind of Love Begin Again is back.
Yes, it is.
Go ahead and share this as soon as you see it.
Happy New Year, everybody. Is this our first one this year?
This is our second one this year, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It's our second.
We did one a few weeks ago.
We sure did. We did one a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And then we did it also while we were on vacation. And that was in December. Keeping everybody connected in and all of that. And so, yeah. But thank you all for tuning back in again on tonight. Will you sing? Go ahead and sing.
It's all right. It's all right.
Well, go ahead and sing it. Yeah.
Every day was Sunday.
Is that what you said? I love is a Sunday kind of love. Thank you for tuning in on tonight. And thank you for being with us. I'm Dr. Ray Johnson here with my lovely bride. What's your name is, girl? What's your name is?
Mrs. Alitash Kebebe Johnson.
Mrs. Alitash Kebebe Johnson. And so, yeah, that was the song that we had that we walked out on.
That's right.
Sunday Kind of Love. And so we're back again tonight, and we're sharing a little bit in regards to our topic for the month. And our topic for the month was why is marriage under attack? And that's what we spent some time talking about the last time that we gathered together, why marriage is under attack. This time we're going to spin a little bit different, and we're going to talk a little bit more from the standpoint of how do you insulate or protect your marriage when it's coming under attack?
Okay.
And what I want to focus in on is really more preventative measures that will be in place. And so as soon as you come in, say hi to us, let us know that you're there, and share it with somebody, and make sure you get it to some people. This again is Begin Again, much needed conversations about necessary endings, but more importantly, new beginnings. I'm Dr. Ray Johnson here with my lovely bride. What's your name is one more time? One more time.
Alitash Kebebe Johnson.
Alitash Kebebe Johnson. And so let me just jump right in and get started. As I already said, what's important is about the preventative measures. All marriages, all relationships are going to have some kind of a moment where they're going to come under some pressure. Where they're going to experience some scrutiny, where they're going to walk in some things that are going to be challenges between the relationship with each other, and also with all of the extended things that go on in terms of managing children, finances, extended family, careers, jobs, vocations, all kinds of things. And so tonight we want to talk about how do you insulate against that? And how do you protect the marriage against those pressures when they come? And so I'm going to get started tonight. I've got P's that I'm going to kind of roll with tonight, me being a P-point preacher. But I got P's. And so one of the very first one is I don't think people come into marriage relationships, covenants, with having gone through the necessary preparation.
That's good.
I think preparation to get prepared, and especially in a next time, second time around kind of relationship, that's critically important, that you've got to spend time preparing for what you're going to engage in. Many people spend all this time preparing for the wedding. But they don't spend time preparing for the long distance of the relationship for a lifetime. And especially for those of us, for those who are like us, and second time, next time, begin again kind of relationships, you've got to spend time preparing. And so I'm thankful for a Lee and Denise Boggs, and I'm thankful for that ministry. The name of the ministry just escaped me, down in Hidden Night, North Carolina. Living Waters. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for Glenn and Cherie Brooks of the MAPS Marriage Academy, Marriage and Parenting Successfully. I'm thankful for them. And even as we get on later into this month, First Lady got a surprise. Well, she know about it already now. Weekend to remember down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where there's intensive marriage training and development. And that's one of the reasons why I do Dominion Couples, which is a marriage enrichment series by Gary Smalley, where you spend some time getting prepared. So my first P tonight is going to be preparation. God bless you, Sister Sheila. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Go ahead and share it with somebody so that they can join in with us. And so I think in order to insulate or protect the marriage, making the necessary investments in terms of preparation will help you be ready for when the pressures come. Go ahead.
That's
what
right.
you got?
I've heard it said that, we spend a lot of time on what we put on us and not enough money and investment on what goes in us.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
we have what goes on us, our cars, our clothes, we spend so much time and so much energy making sure those outer extremities look good, but we don't work on the inner. And so that marriage does have to be worked on in the inner. And even as you mentioned prevention, because I'm kind of going to feed off of my husband tonight, if that's all right. I do have some thoughts about this. I'm going to feed off it. So what do you suggest are some preventative measures when we come into the second time around? Because there's something I want to talk about, but I also want to, let's discuss what do we need to do to prepare.
Well, the reasons why I mentioned all of those different entities and places is because those were preparation points.
Yes.
And in those preparation points, they talked about the things that would happen and things that are going to come.
And you're referring to counseling.
The counseling.
Coaching.
So coaching, counseling, retreats. Do those. Even if it's just meeting with your local pastor, shameless plug. And even if your pastor doesn't have access to providing that kind of training, because not everyone does and engages in this like we do, then referral. Pastor, can you refer us out to someone? Seek it out so that you can get the enrichment that's necessary. And let me say this for couples who are at our age, who are seasoned in life, if you will. 40, 50, 60 years old, when it's a second or a third or a next time around kind of relationship, we are the ones who need the enrichment the most. Because obviously the first relationship didn't work out. And so obviously there are some things that you may have missed along the way. But to keep from missing it in this next time, make the investment in time. So there is the time of preparation of going to sit down, to talk, to share your experiences of what it is that you have learned from the previous relationship. And then also set expectations to make sure that they are realistic for this new one, especially when it's a blended situation. To have the proper expectations. I'm getting ahead of myself, but those are some of the things. That's what I'm talking about. That's kind of the things that you do to kind of insulate the marriage, so that when the pressure comes, you already ready.
Right.
You already know what you got to do.
What it does is it allows you to set some things in order to get it out. Anytime we as women want to go, or men, because men can throw down in the kitchen too. But when you're preparing something, you get everything that you need before you go to work.
Yes.
And so if you get everything that you need, it's going to help insulate that marriage. I can't say that it's going to, do everything and work all the magic, but it's going to help. It's going to at least give you some material, some arsenal to have, and that you can rely on, that you can turn back to, that you can refer to.
Yes.
So that you're not going in blind. The worst thing I think what is that fools rush in?
Right.
We don't want to be fools, but we want to be wise when we make decisions and when we make life decisions.
Right.
Marriage is a life decision.
Yes.
And when you're doing it for a second time around, you want to make sure you have laid out all of your cards and you know what you're getting into.
Absolutely.
So if I had a P, my first P, well, I don't know what my second thing's going to get.
Go ahead.
But my first P would be prayer.
Yeah.
Because, if you study what happens to couples that pray together, see, prayer builds intimacy.
Yeah.
And prayer, it builds trust between the two people.
Yeah.
But if you look at the statistics, it'll tell you that 50% of all first marriages fail anyway.
Right.
78% of second marriages fail.
Look at that.
But less than 1% of marriages across the board fail when the couples pray together.
That's good.
Because what prayer does, it's building something between the two of you.
Yeah.
You'll find that your communication will get a little easier.
Yeah.
You'll start to understand where the other one is coming from because there's prayer that's involved. Prayer makes you vulnerable to your spouse.
Yeah.
And it opens you up before God.
Yeah.
And then it allows that access between that threefold cord. That's where you start to really sense that threefold cord is not easily broken because there's some communion going on.
Yeah.
You're building a community with your communion with your spouse, communion with God. Yeah. And when you have that threefold cord, it is not easily broken. You have to wonder if communication is starting to cease or decrease in the marriage or decrease in the relationship. Look at the trust level. Has the trust started to fall down? And why has it? John Maxwell teaches us that, relationships move at the speed of trust. Right. They move at the speed of trust. And while that's a business principle and a business teaching, when the two of you are building together, you're supposed to be building that empire together. And if you're building that empire together, you want there to be trust. And you want there to be some kinetic energy. You want some energy, some push into that building process. You want the fire of God in that building process. And that comes through prayer and communication and trust. So relationships move at the speed of trust. So if you're going to insulate that relationship, you're going to insulate that marriage, you need to build that trust. And then you need to build that prayer life together. Yes, and don't be discouraged. If the two of you aren't praying together, I can't get mine to pray. Don't feel bad about that. It could be that you're in two different places and God is protecting you. Maybe the faith level isn't the same. Maybe the vision right now you don't quite understand, or maybe he doesn't quite understand. Maybe there's some confusion about what needs to happen. Don't get discouraged. Go to the Lord in prayer, because that becomes your counseling session, and God will start to speak to your heart about what needs to happen and how it needs to happen and what attitude you need to have. Because it's very easy to get bitter and to start comparing your relationship with other relationships when you don't see things happening the way you think they should happen. So go to the Lord in prayer. That's the best counseling session there is, because you can trust God. You can trust him with your heart, and you can trust him to be open with and to be vulnerable to. He's not going to intentionally hurt you. He's not going to intentionally do something to harm you. God is a great counselor. He sees everything. And so prayer is an insulator.
So tonight we're talking about, we've talked before about marriage being under attack. You mentioned tonight about the 50% and the 78% for second time or next time around. Tonight we thought we'd give some keys and nuggets about solutions. How do you insulate the marriage so that it is protected? Because pressure is going to come. And so far we've talked about tonight being able to prepare, involved in marriage enrichment, gain some skills, develop strategies, get some tactics so that when pressure comes, you've got what you take to be able to sustain. The second one we talked about tonight was prayer, being able to pray together. I think one chases 1,000, but two put 10,000 to flight when you're able to stand back to back, and not comparing your relationship with others, because each relationship and each couples deal with different things at different levels or different stages. And so where one couple may not have any children, blended families have children that may still be in the house and some outside of the house. Different dynamics are in place, and there are different kinds of strategies that are needed to be able to address many of those kinds of issues. And so you're at different levels and at different phases. And even when it comes down to prayer, you're praying about different things. And so different strategies. So be mindful of that as you come together to pray. Be able to get what I call a collaboration of what is our prayer list going to be. And that leads into my second P. And that tonight is perspective. The lens through which you see is so important in developing your perspective. Because you're dealing with two people who are coming to this relationship from different experiences. And our experiences, no matter what anybody says, I don't care who they are, I don't care how spiritual they are, how much they speak in tongues, how much they read their Bible, we are all impacted by our experiences, and that helps to develop our lens. Our lens is also developed by our knowledge of what we've studied, what we've learned. Our lens is also developed by our experiences in our future and our previous families. And so perspective is very, very important, how you see. In some relationships, some couples see the pressures of the immediacy. Others are seeing with a perspective of a distant view of what could happen and what could take place. Perspective and lens is so important, and being able to get on the same page about perspective. Note what I just said right there. The same page about perspective, being able to see the same. Watch this. Perceive the same. Once you are able to see and perceive the same, then you're able to put in, here it is, this is not in my notes by way of a P tonight, practical applications to deal with the now and the future of what's possible or what could happen by result of pressure. So I'm saying tonight, I think all of them kind of work in congruency together. When you start to talk about preparation and then prayer and then perspective, all of that works right in there together. What you say about it?
Amen. I like it. All right, since you're going with peace, I'm going to stay on the P train.
I'm going to stay on the P train.
I'm going to go with passion. You've got to have passion in that relationship.
Talk about it. Shaya.
Passion.
My P Pentecostalism just came out. Shando.
But you want to have a passion.
Yeah.
You know, it says when we start the relationships, you know, we've heard it before. Yeah. You know, when you first get together, you'll do anything for that person.
Right.
And then as time goes on, it's like, no, you do it yourself.
Right.
Well, I don't feel like it.
Right.
No, not today.
Right.
But passion, treating the person the same way
you
like
did
when
you told me to fix my food.
Yes. Fix those breakfast.
Me get a passion to fix that breakfast myself, huh?
Yes, indeed.
Go ahead.
You know, anyway, I'm gonna let that go.
I'm wrong, man. Go ahead.
You can't do something. You know, you
can't
do something.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm messing you up.
I know you got me all off track.
Okay, passion.
Thank you. Yes, passion is going to Laughter is intimacy, but intimacy strengthens your bond together.
Right.
But passion, and the passion is not just sexual, but have a passion for serving
Yeah.
your spouse, a passion for seeing their dreams come to pass, a passion to see them enjoy life and fulfill their dreams, just a passion for the person that you're with.
Right.
You know, be excited for them.
Right.
You know, they say you don't go where you're tolerated, be where you're celebrated.
Where you're celebrated.
But celebrate that
I'm a
person.
witness.
Celebrate it. Be happy to serve them. Find out what they like and what they don't like, and try to stay away from what they don't like. If they don't like if you're doing a certain thing, stop doing it. Okay? It's not going to kill you, but it will strengthen your bond.
That's good. But I can't say enough about passion, because see the passion, that ties right into the perspective. You need be passionate about the same things, or at least learn what your spouse is passionate about, and be engaged and involved in that, so that the two of you are walking together. Come on, this is P ain't in my notes tonight, but that prevents, hear what I just said, prevents problems. Somebody need to put these inside of the chat tonight. We're talking tonight about how to insulate and protect the marriage when pressure comes. And we begin tonight with the very first one of preparation. Couples taking the time to develop skills in communication, skills in strategies, okay? And then we moved into prayer. We talked about how prayer helps you be able to stand together. And then we went right on into, what was the third P? That was mine, about perspective, being able to see the same and be able to believe the same and understanding the same. That can prevent problems.
Not that you don't have your own ideas, because you do. You're individual people, but you're coming together in agreement.
And you're coming together in agreement. And then that next one we just talked about was passion, being able to be passionate together, and that passion of serving and ministering to your spouse, which means you got to take time to understand their love language. You can't communicate to them in yours. You've got to communicate to them in theirs.
So there is a resource, the 5 love languages. And it's been around for, it's been around for a long time.
Long time.
Finding out what the love language is. Sometimes we don't even understand our own love language. And we don't know why we're upset about something. And then we realize, no, we like acts of service, while the other one likes words of affirmation. You know, and vice versa. So find out, you know, you got to find out.
You got to act, but see, the enrichment time of preparing will help you understand that.
That's true.
Which is why it's worth the investment of that. And worth the investment of that. I'm sorry, I'm hitting the table because I'm excited about it. I'm passionate about this. Which is to say, particularly men, listen to me. Go get you some help. Learn how to study your wife. Get you a associate's, a GED, a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and get a PhD in who she is, so that you can prevent future problems down the line, because pressure is going to come.
Under pressure, yes.
Okay, which takes me to, Lord Jesus, y'all help First Lady, which takes me to the last P for me tonight, and that is, if you're going to insulate it and protect it, you got to understand this is a process.
It is.
It's a process. Not everything is going to happen overnight. It's a process. You got to take your time and you've got to slow walk through the process. You're in the process. What did Paul say? It's a mystery how to become one. So you've got to process your way through even the problems and the difficulties that you're going to experience. There is a process of how to walk through those and get through those so that you develop solutions where you don't go this way again. Process is very important. Not everything happens overnight. It is the long haul. I believe Bishop Jake said, and Darrell Brister, Bishop Brister from Beacon Light down in New Orleans. Both of them said in their own varying ways that you are not a husband and wife when they pronounce you at the altar. You're not husband and wife until you've gone through some storms of some pressure and survived those storms and learning how to be a husband and how to be a wife. And so you're a man and a woman when they pronounce you. And some people not that because they haven't matured enough yet. Oop, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. But you become that. It's time for us to stop. You become that. The pressure is what builds you into that. And what I'm saying to us tonight is these P's are necessary to help insulate you and to protect the relationship so that you can eventually 10, 5, 15, 20, 25 years down the line, 30 years become now husband and wife, where y'all are finishing each other's sentences. You know what I loved about the love of our relationship, and I'm landing the plane. I done talked enough tonight. As I love what your sister said, your sister Naya said one time when she saw us, she said, y'all starting to look alike. I started to say, yeah, it's happening. That two become one thing is happening. Thank you for that, Naya. Thank you for that. Maybe it's the nose that we got. I don't know. Anyway.
Same tribe.
Yeah, same tribe. Let me stop. Anything else you want to add on tonight before we close it down?
When you talk about pressure, pressure makes diamonds.
Yes.
We hear that all the time.
Go ahead.
But you find out what's in you when that pressure hits. Yeah. We said that before.
Yes.
But you find out what's in you when that pressure hits.
Come on.
So you've got to have moments where you can play. You've got to have those playtime moments, that recreation where you recreate those moments, recreate that love, recreate that passion, recreate it. Play. Don't make everything so serious. Sometimes we work, and I'm the one for it. I will work and say, no, that's budget, that's money, that's cost. I'm the one. Okay, it's not him, it's me.
I play. I work, but I play.
You play too much.
No, I work hard, but I play hard too.
So, but relax and enjoy life together.
Yes.
Because it's a gift God has given to the two of you.
Yeah.
Enjoy life. Play together.
Yeah, that's good.
We pray. We protect one another, but let's play.
Let's play together. Which is to say, go on some vacations. We did our first family vacation just tonight at the dinner table. The kids were asking, are we going on vacation again?
Which was shocking to me. I was surprised. And that was really their first family vacation, in that kind of respect. So it was surprising to me.
And that's something right there. Just hang in there with me. We're going to be all right. Hang in there with me. We're going to be all right. Listen, we got to go. We way over time. Make sure you share this with somebody. We're going to come back in February. We'll spend some time. I'm going to be ministering on this. Why does God love? Why does he love us? And then I'm going to talk to us on these Mondays. We're going to get together. Why does he want you to love your spouse? My, it's going to be good. Tune in, grab a friend, share it with somebody. We love y'all.
Have a good night.
Make sure you give this information away to somebody. Y'all take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.